Well, hello folks. If you've clicked on this video, I suppose you are unmotivated, which to be fair could pretty much be all of us at this point already. I don't know, I surely cannot speak for everybody, but here are 5 tips I think could help heighten the dying motivation, inspiration, and focus, I would say, of yours. So yep, enjoy. First to check on that list is to have a good old 8-hour sleep. I don't know about y'all, but good sleep is probably what I would prefer over good food, most especially when you have a 9 a.m. class. And I tend to have a more positive outlook on life when I know that I had an 8-hour sleep as compared to when I know I only had 5. I literally would get grumpy the whole day, which is the thing I'm trying to work on, because I just know that whenever face-to-face classes would resume again, the 5-hour sleep that I'm complaining about right now would probably be the best one that I'd be getting a few months from now. That's why lately I've just been trying to get at least 8 hours of sleep so that I wouldn't automatically be sleep deprived 1 week into the face-to-face classes. Yeah, knowing that I had that 8-hour sleep just gives me that energy and that confidence to live a day productively. Workouts have been doing it for me lately, and by doing it, I literally mean doing it for me. I realized that even though it adds physical stress and obviously tires me out even more, my level of productivity also heightens when you do it, which I find weird. I still cannot seem to wrap my head around it, but I feel like it just gets me in the right mindset that I need to prepare myself as I need to finish many things in a day, just like how soldiers prepare for a war, probably, except I'm only facing modules and many of my self-doubts. But I don't know, I feel like it's doing me something as well, so I feel like I'm planning to stick around with it a bit more. Hello guys, so I just finished a 30-minute workout, as you guys have just seen. And as you guys noticed, working out to kind of also heighten my productivity level has just been like a recent thing for me. It isn't something that I normally do, because ironically it also like contradicts my first tip, which is get as much sleep as I can, just because I could just sleep instead of work out. But yeah, definitely this workout thing is kind of like what replaced my taking a bath before starting a day in this online classes setup, and also dressing up, just because before that was the thing that was working for me, like to get me in the right mindset that I would be needing to do something important, or just to have that level of separation from just lounging in whole day. For this workout thing though, I do not necessarily do this before classes, most especially if you have that 9 a.m. class. I would not literally do anything before that 9 a.m. class, not even eat breakfast. I don't do like heavy workouts though, just because when I feel like when I do like heavier workouts, that is when I would be more tired already. The exercises that I'm doing are just like enough to keep my body also moving, and not to sit on my chair the whole day. And I know this might not be the most efficient option for some people out there, like they would just rather do more tasks than work out, but I just consider this as a break in between academic works, so which is also ironic because breaks are supposed to just be me resting, but here I am doing workouts as my break time. But so far so good, and I'm also kind of preparing myself for when we would already be having our PE subject on our second batch, which would be next month already. Yeah, this is probably your sign to also, I don't know, start working out today. Planners, sticky notes, Notion, name it, I got it. I love planning so much that when I go on a day without doing so, I would be so worried about what might happen, what could go wrong, and what's beyond it. And I know that's not healthy, so I'm now still transitioning from an old soul to fit the more modern world, if I may say so myself. I don't know. I find organizing my days and distributing tasks efficiently, or at least I try to, a total life savior as a college student in online classes, because while we may have the time in our hands, workloads don't honestly have a universal weight, as all students, I feel like, deal with different tasks differently. So I don't think there is a workload that is light enough, that is heavy enough. I feel like it just depends on the person, and I am the person who easily gets overwhelmed. So surprise, surprise, I plan out how to eliminate my deadlines first before they start killing my hardly earned 8-hour sleep streak, good enough for me to survive several decades awake. Anyway, when distributing tasks, my organizing process begins with my sticky notes, where I first write all the tasks I need to do before going on to Notion. Now, I'm not in one way or another a Notion god, so I apologize for how simple my spread is when it comes to like my Notion, of course. However, I feel like all of the things that I need are already in there. Like, it's actually more functional rather than aesthetically pleasing to look at, and I find that very like effective on my end, just because before I also tried making like my planners look aesthetic. However, I just wasn't in the mindset that I do need to hustle as compared to this one right now we're in. It is just pretty much straightforward, very boring, very professional, if I may say so. And I feel like that helped me think that I just need to be just flat out serious whenever I'm doing stuff that are in my Notion. That's because, you know, most of the time before, I used to do things aesthetically even though nobody's watching me. But however, I'm just over with that era. I'm just done with that era. I'm tired of it. I decided that I just want to make things more plain, so my focus would not be kind of like diverted into also making my spread look more aesthetic. So I figured that this would be like the best for me. And I really also do enjoy using Notion just because of its easy features, and its functionality is just on another level. That is why I would like to thank Notion for saving my life and for making it easier. I know the line I would like to thank Notion for sponsoring this video would be a fairly better line, but guys, that is just not the reality just yet. Anyway, I spent several minutes trying to perfect the distribution of my tasks in a week and hope that no other requirements would be given anymore, so the schedule would not be disrupted. But that never happens because activities could be posted anytime. But at least I still have a guide on my ideal plan. As much as I'd want to stick to it though, there are times when I overestimate myself and place 6 tasks in a day when I can only ever finish 3. So I keep things flexible and open to changes as well. And I feel like my ultimate goal is to just accomplish everything that's set for a week, so that I would not get piled up on works on the next weeks, and that is what I do. After a few edits here and there in Notion, I go to my actual planner but fill them as if I'm living the days themselves, if that makes any sense at all. So I only ever fill out the Saturday boxes when it is a Saturday to avoid writing unachieved tasks in a day as well, where if it happens, I would literally beat myself up with more work the next day. And I also highlight the tasks upon ending the day or as soon as I finish them, so that there would be like a better organization when it comes to my planner. And whenever I would just see the colors, I would already know what I did that day, and for me to also like balance efficiently and to have like just a more vivid vision if ever the things I placed out in a week are well balanced. So with this, I use these friction highlighters for the color coordinating stuff when it comes to highlighting my planners. So in my case, I use blue for anything YouTube related, orange for personal stuff, and the rest are further divided for my academics, like the purple for attending a G-class meeting, and pink for accomplishing a task. And that is it on how I organize my life, basically, for the academics part. Anyway, I only ever use this specific spread in my Notion for my school stuff, for my academics only, and the YouTube ones are like on a different calendar. That's why on my actual planner, it's kind of like all things mixed already. So that is my organization process when it comes to delivering my tasks efficiently, as I'd like to say it, in a week. Lately, I've been addicted to scented candles at an unhealthy level psychologically, because believe it or not, having them on while I need to focus on something deeply makes my output in a way of better quality. I'm not sure if that's just my Libra sun kicking in, but it helps me a lot. So let's talk about my favorite scent of scented candles, shall we? Anyway, I'm not sure of the composition, and I feel like the lighting is a bit weird. I'm too close. I want to put you guys farther. Wait. Okay, so we would be talking about one of my favorite scents of scented candle, that is the lime cilantro from Mainstay. If you guys have seen like the second episode of my vlogmas, this is the scented candle that I bought from Mr. DIY. And no, the camera is not focusing on my scented candle. There we go, it's already focusing. Anyway, I like this scent so much because it isn't actually like super duper sweet like the ones that I've tried before, wherein 6 sniffs in and all my allergies would already be triggered. So this does not give me that at all, which I super duper like. And for the scent, I cannot find like the exact words to like accurately describe it, but I feel like if you would get like the scent of an airport air mixed with a clean 5-star luxury hotel room, this would be the scent. This would be exactly the scent. And I mean that in the best way possible. I don't know, it just smells clean. I'm already like halfway with it. And because lately also, I also had a dream where I was not able to put my candle off, and I literally woke up after dreaming that thing and made sure that the candle was, you know, turned off. Turns out it was turned off, so no more miracles for me. Am I too late for? Anyway, that basically also keeps me going with my workflow. And yeah, your sign to get one soon. And the last on the list is something that may not be necessary for everybody, but I just find it soothing, and that is, you guys guessed it right, changing your room layout from time to time. However, with this one though, I don't feel like it is necessary for you to have like big crazy changes in your room, like you didn't change your like bed frame, example, you need to buy lots of furnitures. That is not what I mean. It could be just as simple as switching like two furnitures you already own, like changing the layout of your bed, like where it's facing, where it's located in your room. Do you want it to be like more on the right side, left side, or just on the center? Or if you want to have more space, because I realized that when I have this room layout for like a long time already, I would get tired of it. That is why I try to do just small changes when it comes to my room layouts from time to time. However, with the current setup that I have right now, though, I'm just super duper happy with this one. And I feel like spicing things up could also like refresh your mind and also your focus, your motivation, your sense of inspiration, etc. And another thing I constantly make sure of is the cleanliness of my room, because whenever there would be just like mess all over the place, my focus would just be disrupted. I kid you not. Just because, you know, as cliche as it sounds, I still feel like a messy room could equate to like a messy way of thinking that could also affect your workflow later on. So I try my best to always keep my surroundings clean. So that would basically be it for this video for the 5 productivity tips. Hopefully it helped you guys, and I hope you guys would be trying some things out as well. If I was not able to mention a thing that works the best for you, please also comment down below, because I'd also want to learn. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give this one a big thumbs up, and also comment down other video suggestions that you would like to see me do next. And this has been Sebastian, and I hope that we can spread love a little more often. I'll see you next week. Stay safe. This has been